amazing, amazing new opportunities, some new benefits, some new perks for us to win, because that is what this 5-star opportunity is all about. So let me not waste too much of your time today. I want to take this time to introduce you guys to our amazing leader who is going to share the 5-star opportunity with you today. She is an amazing woman. She's so kind, so genuine. I had the opportunity to meet her this October in our convention in Utah. She was a mom at the time who was looking for a work from home opportunity, an opportunity to spend more time with her son, just to be free from having any obligations with a boss and a schedule. She is truly amazing. Let's all welcome her today, Claudia Barroquez. Yay. Thank you, Claudia.
Thank you. Yes, Utah was a lot of fun, and it reignited my commitment that we are in the right company. And so I want to thank Jamie for being my hostess tonight. And I want to thank all of you. And I also already see one of my guests, Dante, who has been invited by Cowinder. So Dante, welcome. If you are new in this room, please let us know in the chat so we can give you a proper welcome. And we really want to bring this 5-star opportunity. And we have a great testimonial about it's a surprise. I'll tell you in a little bit. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you my story in about 3 minutes, and then we're going to run the 5-star presentation, and it takes about 30 minutes, and then that will give us opportunity to answer some questions, or you can get together with the person that invited you right after the meeting, because that's when we want things to keep sizzling, right? If you get excited about, we give you tidbits of what this opportunity really is. Get together with the person that invited you tonight. If you're watching this on a recorded version, get together with the person that invited you right away after you finish watching this. So my story in 3 minutes. Yes, Jamie's right. I have been in Canada. I'm Colombian, but I've been in Canada for 23 years. So I got here in 2000, landed a great job, amazing opportunity that I had, corporate job with one of the biggest beauty companies in the world. And I was very happy for a long time. I was also married, and it was a long marriage. But in 2012, my baby was born, and I was just telling the people that were in the room, I'm an old mom. I feel very young, and I look very young, but I'm actually 50 years old, and I have a 10-year-old. So by the time that I had my child, I redefined my life, because that hits almost the 40th birthday. And I said, I'm not going to have any more children. And I really want to make sure that I'm present to this child's life. This is all I've ever asked God for, like the last 10 years. I've wanted that baby. And I said, why do I have to see him grow horizontally? Like, why do I have to work so hard for someone else when I could be working for me? So I took the very difficult decision of retiring. So I said, as long as I can, I will have my own business. And so why did I make this decision? Because I also had decided that I needed to divorce the father. So I was in a little bit of a bind, in the sense that I was a single mom, and that was my income, and it was a really good income. I wanted to give my child a really good life. But then there was a moment of truth, and I said, what is there if I can give my child everything he wants that has to do with money, but I can't be with him? And so I have a picture about that. I have a little I remember this day, it was July 4th, and he had this little snail, I'll show it next time, climbing up his arm. And I said, I'm not present to these moments, because at that moment, I was on the phone. And then the other second memory was that I wanted to have more of what I was giving him, which I remember his first concert in Montessori, his 2. I have a great picture about that. And I have a picture of this child smiling when he sees me. And there's other little kids, and they're crying because their parents are not there. And I said, my child will never have to cry. I will always be there. Up to this point, I congratulate myself. This year, I told Mateo, he was asking for something. And I said, child, I have been in every single one of your games, concerts, and anything. And so don't, because he's like, Mom, I want to do something with you. And I'm like, I'm always with you. And he says, you are right, Mom. You have always been there for me. So we've traveled together. My child and I have been in the Great Wall of China. We have traveled from Canada to Florida in 8 states, 30-hour trip. I do everything with this child, and this is what I promised myself. So you can only do that when you have a 5-star opportunity like the one I have for you today. So this is what I come to show you today. And like I said, this is a little bit of my journey also, just to tell you that health comes big for me. So when I get to the part of why for life, it's because not only did I choose to quit my job and to go into a 5-star opportunity, but I was also very unhealthy due to the divorce and also a death of my parent. And so I got really sick, and I also was bigger in size, as you guys can see. And so I started the journey of helping others reach better health, and I wanted to choose the best opportunity. And so this is why it brings me to the 5-star opportunity that I have for you tonight. Today's world, it's like every year I'm doing this presentation, it seems to get more chaotic, more health threats. So not only did I live in Canada, and I don't know how it is in the States, but in Canada, we have a really large Chinese community. 3 weeks ago, for those that read the news, they opened the borders with no vaccine. So Chinese people are able to finally, after 3 years, come out and visit their parents, their family members. So we in North America now are finally receiving and accepting all the half of the planet, because between India and China they're half of the planet, but they're coming, and it's a big in the news threat that we know that the viruses have mutated, and we're back into the mode of what is going to happen with us. So every day there's something new. So pandemic will never end. It'll only continue to change, but it's not going anywhere. And that brought, everything else was getting better, but then it started with now Putin and the war. So now what happened? Inflation went up, house mortgages went up, rents went up, everything is just crazy. Food, it doesn't change. It's not getting better. It's like we think that, oh yeah, finally don't have the pandemic, then the war hits. So it's not getting better. I don't know if you guys have noticed that out there. And all we want as humans is to live a life of abundance. We want to have a life of abundance. We want to have a life of health. We want to have financial freedom and a life of happiness. And I thought this is what I had. I was able to buy my house this year. I got remarried 2 years ago with the most amazing man. And guess what? Those dreams, we all want them. But then we go back to inflation. Like I said, my house mortgage went up a lot and it keeps going up. So you know what? I like to dream big. I want to get a better house. I want to get a better car. And all of these things can be achieved, but we have to make a plan. And so as we continue to grow, unless we make a big change, we're continuing into a life of survival. And this is my question to you if you are a guest. Are you living a life of survival? Because I finally went from being a single mom, quitting my job, getting my business, and living in a rental space to having a house. But now I have to pay more for that house. So I want to make sure that if the mortgage goes up or if the groceries go up, I don't worry. I want to be able to travel and make sure that I have enough to not worry about those air tickets. So what could I do? I could get another job, but why would I get another job? I quit my job because it was so demanding. It did not give me enough time. Is your job demanding? Or you could get a second job. I know people that have 3 jobs. So 24 hours is very little. So I don't know how people actually even think about this option. Now, you could go to school and get a degree. Well, let me tell you, I went to the best university in my country and I got a degree. And you know where it is? In the closet. I never even used it. So some people, they get smaller courses or masters. My husband has 3 masters. He still had to wait for 8 months when he came to this country to get a job. Now he has a great job, but masters, they don't buy security. Degrees don't buy security. You could start a traditional business. Well, guess what? This one was definitely out of my question because my father, all his life, was building a business so that we could inherit it with my sister and my brother. Guess what? That was in Colombia. And so normally when we're building businesses, we want our family, our generations to follow. We're building it for them. And I said, I never even wanted my dad's business because it had to do with plywood and it meant staying in Colombia. And so I said, I want a business that I can actually transfer to my child and that he has to do so little. And this is why I started and partnered with the successful company that I'm in right now. And now I'm building networks around the world, and this is what we do. So globalization. I wanted to make sure that I was on track. Like I said, if I stayed in Colombia with my dad's business, there was nothing. But globalization is the possibility to be able to have an international business that I can move with my phone. In fact, I want to go to Colombia in March. I want to make sure that I take my phone or my laptop. I don't even really have a laptop anymore. I take my phone and I do everything from my phone. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to. Yesterday I went to the dentist and I met a man from Kenya. And one of my dreams, we have a lot of our sales leaders and our distributors in Kenya, and they're always saying, you got to go to Kenya. Dave talks about the park with the animals. And I said, I want to make sure that I go to Kenya and see this. It's going to be beautiful. Rentability. I want to make sure that everything I do, I plant properly, I plant once, and I plant well. And I also want to be able to build a community. This is my favorite word in the world. I am a very friendly person. I love collecting friends. And if they're around the world, even better, because then I get to go anywhere in the world and I get to stay with them for free. I mean, they can do the same with me. So definitely community. I wanted to make sure that anywhere I went, I had a collection of people that had my same dreams, that had my same passions. And this is what I found. This is what I found with For Life. So let's talk about the business that we have now. Like I said, my father had already a traditional business. So I already knew the cost. Number one, it cost him his life, like pretty much his life. I could never see my dad. He was always somewhere buying machines or buying, looking for clients in South America. And he was always traveling. All I remember was he spent so much money. Did he make the money? No, it did not give him the money that he dreamed that he could make. But all I remember is that they spent a lot of money that, it was hundreds of thousands of Colombian pesos, which is, sums up to thousands and thousands of US dollars. And it cost him a lot. And he never made the return on investment. Now here, this is beautiful because I started my business with under 300 and I maintain it every month with under 300. And that was the number one thing I wanted to make sure I had, which was what a low risk. I didn't have to invest a lot, under 300. Oh my gosh, off my budget, which by the way, I already invested in myself in health. So I was already investing it in purchasing items somewhere else. Now I get them in my own store for me. So benefits versus risk is very good. I get my own website. Guess what? I don't have to build websites. It's very complicated. I don't have to pay anybody to build one because even if they build it, I have to manage it. I don't want to do any of that. So they build me a website. I already have an e-commerce in over 100 countries with their languages in place. So I have an international business. Like I said, One of my dreams, travel the world. And the person that's going to talk to us today is going to talk about that. I love traveling. I already told you that, guys. And I told my kid, I want him to see the capitals of the world, not learn them in a book. That's boring. We learned when I was young, all the capitals, and I want to make sure my child gets to see them in person. So, like I said, cell phone is, a lot of what people manage right now. People don't even have computers, laptops anymore. Everything goes on the cell phone. Well, we have a CRM. A CRM costs $500 to $1,000. Like it costs managing it monthly. With For Life, we actually get it completely in our app for free. It's already in there. So it's great. It's very easy to manage. The startup and the investment and the management is so little. And I work with a team like the people that are here today, like the ones that I was able to meet in Utah. And they're all like-minded like me. They love traveling. They love business. They're business ladies and businessmen that want to talk about the same things: being healthy, sharing health, sharing wealth, and being consistent with building houses around the world, feeding children. It's fantastic. So the other thing that I really loved about this industry, which, by the way, I've been 20 years in the industry, but I was on the other side. So is that you earn while you learn. It took me 6 years to finish that university degree. And I only worked for 8 months. You know why I quit? Because they never paid me my value. I lasted 8 months of my career. But in this business, when you start, you actually earn while you learn. So you start and you earn money the next day, if you want to. Like if you want to, you can actually get your first pay the next day. And even if you haven't learned anything, the people that invited you to this presentation will show you how to do that. So I get paid for what I start. And I get paid residually. My sister, she might be here today. She actually started, and for 5 years, she had been dormant. She told us in the previous meeting in Spanish, she had been dormant, meaning she hadn't been doing a lot. She was just using her own personal product. But her payment was always bigger than mine. It's because she had me, but she planted once. She believed that she was going to open Canada, and she planted in me. So she got paid for what she started, even though she was dormant for 5 years. Now she's awake, so she's going to make a lot more on that check. So health and wellness, like I showed you in the backdrop of my screen, health is very big for me. I could have chosen the previous company I was working in, which is a makeup company and a skincare company. But then I said, I want to be able to invest in something not only that I can use and people see outside. I want to be able to invest inside, because like I started my presentation, I am 50 with a 10-year-old. And so the numbers that I did was that when my child was 30, I would be 70. And I said, I don't want to look like the grandma in the wedding. I want to be dancing. I want to be a healthy, energetic mom. I want to be there present, but I want to be there with him, not watching him. I want to make sure that when he's playing ball, I'm the one throwing the ball. So as we age, and I'm baby boomer, so health and wellness is a $4.2 trillion industry. Well, there's a lot of people in the industry with a lot of money that we want to make sure we are in the reverse aging process, not, I'm not 20 anymore. So For Life gives me all of this. It's the best company. For me, it was the best choice. There is, I'm sorry, I just have to move this. There's no better company than this. I wanted to make sure I chose something safe. I already was, like I said before, in the industry of network marketing, and I wanted to choose the proper one. I chose this one because I got to meet the owners. I knew they were very traditional. And again, going back to, I needed safety. So for me, it was a safe company. I didn't want a new one that, a new network marketing company that would be like skyrocketing and then falling like a rock. That did not work for me. I wanted to make sure that the time investment I was going to put in to build this company for myself and my children would be there when he would be 18. So I chose a company that was already a legacy company. I didn't choose one that was 100 years like the one I was before, because I thought he's not I don't know if they're going to move at the same rate. And also, for me, my opinion is they're not running with the game. They're getting a little old. The name is a little old. 4Life was great. People didn't know about it. In fact, in Canada, they still don't know about it. So every person I speak to, they still don't know about it. So we're planting, and people are getting to know what 4Life is. 4Life is providing the products. I don't have to depend on any other company. They have all the manufacturing done within the house. They have everything. They provide the employees that are training us and supporting us around the world in over 70 countries. And most importantly, we have patents. I always tell people, all the other companies can have whatever they have, but they cannot have what we have. And what we have is the most amazing product. Let me see if you can. I don't think you'll be able to hear that. Give me a second. Jamie,
4Life Transfer.
Tell me if you can hear this. Good.
To activate the immune system within 2 hours. Transfer factors aren't vitamins, minerals, or herbs. They are molecules that transfer immune memory and knowledge from one cell to another. They teach your immune system to recognize, respond to, and remember potential threats. 4Life Transfer Factors provide vital information and education to your immune system. Let's follow the path of transfer factors through the body as they raise your immune IQ. First, the capsule travels down your esophagus to the stomach. There, it dissolves, and the individual transfer factor molecules are released. The transfer factor molecules enter the intestines, where they encounter groups of immune cells called Peyer's patches. Peyer's patches are concentrated centers of immune cells, and this is where 4Life Transfer Factor begins educating your immune system. They support many different kinds of immune cells, such as natural killer cells, T cells, B cells, macrophages, and more. When the transfer factors encounter an uneducated immune cell, they enter and educate that cell so it can better recognize, respond to, and remember health threats. From there, the educated cell creates more transfer factors to place on the surface. As educated immune cells come into contact with uneducated immune cells, they pass their immune system knowledge to those cells. The education spreads cell to cell until it reaches a lymph node, a concentrated source of immune system cells. Here, the educated cells work quickly to transfer their immune system knowledge, and soon all the cells in the lymph node have transfer factors to pass to the rest of the immune cells in your body. This transfer of immune knowledge spreads throughout the body until your entire immune system is fortified by transfer factors, making for a smarter, more vigilant immune system. Try 4Life Transfer Factor products today to raise your immune IQ.
I don't know if you understood anything about that video, and let me tell you something. I probably didn't understand anything at the beginning when my sister tried to tell me about this. All she wanted to do was tell me about the product and the great company she was in, and I didn't listen for many years. 4, in fact. She actually talked for 4 years to try to get me into this company, and I never listened. But you know what? I tried it. I started as a customer. I tried it, and it made such a big difference in my health that I said, I need to sit down a little more and I need to look at this company. I don't know if you know about colors. People that are blue, which is me, we like things that are fun. I actually went into a convention and I met the people and I started. I'm just going to actually give Jamie here. I started saying, what is this? I mean, it's a great thing for my body, which, by the way, I didn't understand any of the science. We just think it's a great it's a great video because it's new. So for those of you that like information, that's a great video. For me, it was more about the trips and the fun and the people, because I'm blue. I mean, you tell me, let's go, and I'm there. So it is my moment to actually invite Jose Lainez to tell us, because he's my hero. This man has had so many trips on his passport that Jose, tell me about this. This is my favorite part. Tell us what you have for us tonight. Unmute. Okay, there we go.
Hi, technical difficulty. Hi, Claudia. Thanks, for that beautiful introduction, and yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity. A little bit of my background, my name is Jose Renes. I'm from the great state of Washington, on the way from Florida. Florida's my home state, but I've been living here for the last 10 years, and it's been quite a change, right, Jennifer? I mean, she got a taste, of what I received, 10 years ago when I first moved here. I mean, with the really cold weather, I mean, snow and all the works, that you get up here in the Pacific Northwest. But at that time when I moved here, I mean, it was because I was working for a cable company, which is the second biggest cable provider in the U.S., which is Spectrum, and at that time, I was just a slave. I was just selling my time, for money. And then, want to give a great shout out, to Joel Rivera, who opened my eyes, I mean, 5 years ago, and I saw the light. I was like, okay, wait a minute, this is what I'm looking for, because I had been looking for something, different, that I could do on my free time, which I didn't have at the time, when I started this. I'm gonna say that, for everyone, who's here for the first time, I didn't have time, people. I mean, I was a manager. I mean, I had, to work from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and I still have to work on Saturdays. But, when you want something, you find a way, and I did. And I'm glad, I found it. And just like Claudia's been saying, I mean, we can do this, from anywhere. I mean, so now, I mean, last week I was in California for the end of the year, and I was still working, even though I was on vacation. But I mean, that's what is great about this opportunity. And now, I mean, you see, my background, it's just been one of those things, that I've taken the candies, that the company, give us, with this great opportunity with two great escapes. I mean, the first one was a dream, I always wanted, to go to Hawaii. It was amazing. I mean, that was my first great escape. That was in 2021. And I mean, it was a blast. I mean, the company, I mean, I didn't have any, I mean, I've heard, because of the people that have already gone to a great escape, tell me the stories and some of the things, that happen, that you don't know until you actually get there. And when I got there, I was like, wow, this is amazing, right? And last year, I got another one. I mean, I went to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, and it was, I mean, even better. I'm not gonna lie, Puerto Vallarta was amazing. And what was so amazing about, Puerto Vallarta, it was, is that now, I mean, this team, I mean, we're such a big family, and I got to go there, with my mentors here, who are the Dr. Mario Magaña, Emma Magaña, which made it even sweeter. And then I met a bunch of leaders, from all over the place, and we became, a big group. I mean, we party. I mean, and I said, we party. I mean, every single day until we left, Puerto Vallarta. And now we even have a group, in WhatsApp, that we call it, the greatest, great escape, And what is amazing about that group, we still, keep everyone motivated and going. I mean, so, I mean, this is like a fraternity, if you want to call it that way, because I mean, we all stick together, we all try together, and we all push each other. And I mean, the trips are amazing. The company goes, I mean, 5 stars all the way. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. I mean, you want to be pampered, get a great escape. I mean, because you're going to be pampered, for 5 days. And I'm looking forward, to the one that's coming up in September. I mean, I mean, I'm already working on it, because I mean, definitely, I mean, that one's going to be a blast, I mean, a cruise. So hopefully we can meet some of you on that one. I mean, I know a lot of people here are already excited and we want to go. So, I mean, but even though, I mean, there's another one, you know, coming up pretty soon, you know, in Bahamas, you know, that which is going to be amazing as well. So, I mean, but you take your pick, you know, where you want to go and what you want to have, you know, right?
And so
Jersey Boy, I mean, I see you are shaking your head. You're going, yeah.
I'm going to point something out. You see, before we continue, and I'm going to finish shortly, but Jose, you just reminded me of something because you said you worked for a big company, and some of our guests may be in a big company and they get the trips. But Jose, I want to point something out. Maybe you got big trips with your company before. I don't know. Did you get big trips? No? Okay,
No.
I did. But you know what
the
difference was? That
right.
I made big trips with incentives, but my salary never changed. So I made the big trip after like a big incentive and they gave me the trip, but my salary changed the following year and I earned 2% more than the previous year. But the thing is that tied to the trips comes a big check increase, right? For life. Right.
And that's the thing. I mean, Claudia, I mean, you would think that, you know, that I'm working for a Fortune 500, you know, company that I would be getting some of this stuff. No, I mean, all they did, you know, was they would give him more work every year, just maybe a pat on the back, you know, and every year, the only recognition that I received, you know, was an email that said, you know, hey, you know, thanks for so many years that you've been here, and print that, you know, and hang it on your wall. Come on, seriously?
Exactly.
I mean, that's not right, people. I mean, that's not right.
And you can't even take your family. And with this one, it's a trip for two. And so Alaska is our next one. And I'm going to see you there, Jose. And a lot of people are in the chat saying, we're going to see each other in that Alaska. I'm going to tell you something. I already went to Alaska and I paid over $20,000 for that Alaska trip. Alaska is everybody's dream. And for life, you don't have to pay for the trip. For life pays for the trip for you, but it comes with a big paycheck for you. Like you get a big check for earning it. So it's almost like you don't even have to pay it. And so it's a very beautiful concept when you actually earn a trip with a network marketing company, just like Jose said, because you're lavish with gifts. You come into your room, they have your room full of beautiful gifts. You're with beautiful people that you actually want to hang around with. Because when I went on my company trips, those ladies were great, but they were my competition. In the corporate world, no one's a friend. And I realized that after I quit. I was like, I thought these ladies were my friends. And I don't talk to any of them really that much. They're just acquaintances now. But with you, like you said, Jose, we are a family. So thank you, Jose. I'm going to go back to sharing so we can finish this. And I'm going to speed it up so I can leave room for some questions. Jose, you inspire me. I'm still not sharing. 1 second. 2 trips. My goodness. So I knew I had to choose the right company. I wanted something that had a little bit of everything, and our company offers that. Skincare, anti-aging, digestive health. It's got it all. I don't have to go anywhere to get any of my needs or any of the needs that my friends, family, or followers have a need for. Okay, 1 second. Let me see if my thing is moving again. There we go. And so we are now at the end of this. If you are a guest or like my friend Dante, who's starting up hopefully with us today again, there's 4 ways that you can participate. And like I said before, you can be a customer. That's how I started. You can get wholesale prices. You can get a discount. You can get some special packs. And just like if you're going to GNC or Costco or whatever you have, you know, your daily shopping and your supplement, you know, company that you go to, you get loyalty. You get the credits to redeem for a product. You get a free gift. And that's great. So if you want to learn more about our products, we have over 100 of them in North America. We're very proud and very happy that we cover every line and every system, every organ. The next new thing, and I love this one, is the ambassador program. The ambassador program is new, and if you know somebody that has over 1,000 followers now, it's not just 1,000. If you're very active in your social media and you're one of those people that they write, to you, and they say, would you like to wear our bathing suit? A lot of these companies, they want you to wear their brands, but they want to sell them to you. With For Life, we're actually different. You don't need to purchase the product. Actually, For Life is going to give you product to show, but you have to have a commitment that you're going to show it at least 4 times a month, and you're going to show it every week. And you're going to get 25% on a special link that they give you. So it is an amazing program. But again, it's a program for people that are very active, that have a lot of following, that are, using social media as their tool for living, really, and showing what they do. You may have a friend that has 2,000 or 3,000 friends. That can qualify. Just send them the link. You send them the link to see if they want to become an ambassador. Now, others, this was me. I like to share. I like to use what I'm been offered, and then I want to share it. I share everything. I share restaurants. I share a movie that I saw. I share the movie theater just because I liked it, how clean it was. I share everything. I want people to make sure that they get the best. So with For Life, it's the same thing. You're using great products. You want customers to use this, have the same benefits that you have, and they get a wholesale price. So here's the nice thing about this. You share with your phone, just like we talked about it before. So you can do it from anywhere in the world at any time. Actually, if you're good in social media, you can put it in automatic. You can prepare on Monday, sit for 2 to 3 hours, and make sure that social media works for you. And that is like sharing every day your website in your social media. You can use anything, WhatsApp and TikTok, whatever you want, and share that link, and you can earn 25% on anything that anybody gets from your store. This is, wow, one of my favorites. And the most important one was, and I'm going back and ending with what I started, was that I wanted a business, and I wanted just not something that I could get paid for like I didn't want to get paid for my time. I wanted to build something like a garden. This year, I had the opportunity for the first time to have one of my dreams come true, which was to have an organic garden in my house. But the best part was that my child grew that garden. You know what the best thing about this garden was? It fed us through the summer. I had like 5 things that grew nicely. But the best thing is that next year, that garden is going to grow again because it has a lot of seeds. Some I may have to grow again, but some of them, they'll regrow on their own. I don't have to do that whole work again, or my son, because he's the one that built it. So this is how this works. I get all the previous benefits that I read before when I'm building a business, but I get extra bonuses to earn cash, and I get residual income. And again, I get to work from anywhere in the world, and I get a recurring income. So the difference is that now I don't have to be doing a lot because I have a team of people doing it for me. So I'm going to talk to you about 2 ways that we can earn money. And again, get together with the person that invited you to this meeting or that it sent you this video and tell them to explain this in a little bit of a deeper way. Here it is. So all I needed to do, and this is all you need to understand tonight, is find 3 people. That's it. Because our system in this company is very simple. And so we find 3, I get $50 bonus. Those 3 find 3, that means I have 9, I get a $200 bonus. And those 9 find 3, that's 27. I get $800 bonuses every month after month. Jose, just like the trips, and you can just, tell me, did you get $800 bonuses in your 500 Fortune company? Because I didn't. I got it maybe once, twice, or 3 times a year. And I had to work a lot to get those bonuses. But here, as I build my team, as I build this garden of people, and they get fascinated and passionate about the opportunity just the way that I do, I get $800 every month. So I'm building towards this. Jose, this is one of my best gifts that I'm going to give myself. Once I get this bonus, it's going to be amazing. But the greatest part, because that's a bonus, it's the recurring income. And this is the part that I'm planting for myself, my future, my son, and my grandchildren, and the grandchildren after that. This is what my father was not able to leave me, because a traditional business just doesn't give you this. As I plant, and I'm going to give you an example, 6 people that I share this opportunity with, and they share, I get paid a commission. And once again, get together with the person that invited you so that they can give you more details on what the commissions are and all of that. All I want you to look at is this number, because this is the multiplying effect of a network. If I talk to 6 and they talk to 6 and they talk to 6 and they talk to 6, I can earn an unlimited amount of income. This is just an example with a $20,000 check. This is a 6-figure income. Tell me, in the job that you are today, how long did it take you, or will it take you, to make $100,000 a year, or a 6-figure income like we call it in the States? Because here, all you have to do is find 6. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it's doable and it's possible, because you have a team and you can join together with us today and decide, and it's your decision what you want to do. You want to be a customer, you want to be a brand ambassador, you want to be a retail seller, or do you want to be a business entrepreneur like most of us are here? Because that's what I choose to do. I don't want to leave my child with, oh, I put a little bit of money for your university, or I paid for your university, because that doesn't work anymore. He might not even work in that career. I want to leave him a business where the investment will still be the same, which is the under $300. When he's 18, all he has to do is invest under $300 and collect the check. So thank you, everybody. Let's open the mics. Any questions, any comments? I think I'm going to pass it on to Jamie.
Yes. Wow. Thank you, Claudia and Jose, for sharing your story, about this amazing opportunity. I believe we're truly blessed to be a part of this opportunity. I mean, what's better than to make money while you're learning? I'm not sure if, you guys know of any other opportunity, but this is the first time I hear about it. It's really nice to know that you guys can earn also by just taking care of yourself, your immune system, and then also being able to have the opportunity to share this with everybody around you. So this is, we're very fortunate to be a part of this. So thank you guys for sharing. Thank you for everyone who is here today. For next week's training, we do have Claudia again with us. She's going to be talking about her topic, which is the best version of me. You don't want to miss that. So join us for that one. It's going to be amazing. She is really into this topic. This is her topic. So you don't want to miss it. We will keep you guys posted on who will be with us for next Wednesday. So stay tuned. Thank you, guys. We will open the mics now.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you, Claudia.
Have
Have an amazing night. Jamie,
Thank
you rock
you.
as a host. God bless you all.
I know, we're going to have to
Thank
keep
you,
her.
everybody.
You got rising stars now. That's what's up.
Omar, my goodness, you were like really sick
Thank
yesterday.
you, everybody.
Did you
Good
take a
night.
Google?
Good night.
Hey, I double dosed.
On that
Double
gold.
dose. You're like new today, buddy. Wow. How not to take for life? Look at this man. He was in bed yesterday, and look at him today. That is amazing. You know what? Our
Immune
children
boost is
deserve
back.
that. Our children
Yes, the immune boost is back. Go put your order in.
Back. Back up.
Good night, guys. Have a
Oh,
nice
my
evening.
Everybody.
mentors are here. Dave and Gabby Daughtry, our platinums, our mentors. It is so good to have you here. Thank you, Gabby. I just saw her right now. I am so thankful for my uplines and mentors that inspire me every day. So thank you, Gabby and Dave Daughtry. And thank you, Jennifer, our gold, that inspires us every day too. And you did such a good job, Jamie. See you all next Tuesday with the best version of me launch of 2023. So